Hey everybody, welcome back to Obscure History or Obscure Parks or whatever you want to call it with AP Entertainment. And boy, do I have the definition of that today, because I am here at an old plantation property in between two parking garages at the Washington DC airport. You can see the terminal there in front of you. One parking garage to my right and one parking garage to my left. It's a very unique site. You can see here some interpretation for the original owners of the property. We're going to walk around to some other signs and then I'll detail these buildings here. You can see there's the metro coming back right behind us. And the reason why this land is preserved is it is where the stepson of George Washington lived, and also of course the step-granddaughter of George Washington, one of his favorites, also grew up on this property where the DC, it's in Arlington, but DC airport now sits. So if you're ever here on a layover or you live in the area, want to come check this out, there's not a whole lot. You can see it pretty easily and read all the signs. So we're coming back on the back end of the property here. And these signs here detail the Custis family, which are the ones with relation to George Washington. Again, this is George Washington's stepson, the son of his wife, Martha Washington, from a first marriage. That sign details them. Here's a more historic looking sign showing the original layout of the property. If I didn't say earlier, this is called Abingdon Plantation. And then there's another sign detailing the Hunter family, which were the last owners of the property. And on this sign, it actually details how during the Civil War, a New Jersey regiment took this land over and called it Camp Princeton. And it survived all of that. And again, this is so strange that we're right here in the middle of this massive airport for the nation's capital. Abingdon, birthplace of Nellie Custis, the adopted daughter of General George Washington. This land goes back to 1669. All right, enough of signs. Let's go check out some of these old ruins. These are original. The house did burn down in, I believe, 1930, I read. So this is all that remains. This is where the house would have been. And I believe from what I read, the second structure that still remains over here is part of a kitchen. Definitely a nice property view up on this hill. If the airport wasn't there, you'd have a beautiful view of the Potomac River, so you can just imagine how nice it would have been to live and grow up on this property. So that's pretty much it. But if you're a visitor or you're arriving at the airport, what I did was I parked in this parking garage here, parking 1. Just went on to the top, and it's actually pretty easy. It seems harder than it is. We'll go ahead and walk down the hill here so you can see the whole getup of how to get up here. And you just go down a couple levels, and then that walkway with the overhang, you'll get to that pretty easily, and then that takes you right to here. Get a nice view here of the hill that the house would have sat on. And at the end of the video, I'll put up pictures of all the signs if you guys want to actually take some time and read about the interpretation. And this brings us back to the airport walkway where you can get to both terminals. So If you're a visitor and you don't mind going through security again, and you're on a layover, you can come through, check it out, head back to the airport. Again, there's the metro going by. So with that, I'm going to end this. I'll show you guys some pictures. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.